Previously on Sailing Aquarius. She gets some TLC before going back to water. We have a friend on board. We visit biggest marina in Southern Hemisphere and leave New Zealand.
So we're just outside leaving Bay of Islands. So when we picked up fuel, what'd she say about our parking job?
The lady who was on the dock, she said, you pull that boat like it would be a tugboat. Yeah, Ken was really like smooth. There was no help for us, but he made it so easy for me to get out and tie at the back and the front. 10 out of 10, Mr. Captain.
It's a very difficult passage and must be planned extremely carefully. It looks like the weather window is pretty good. You can see here that as we move farther north, the wind slowly dies out. And so as we move north, the wind is dying. As long as we can stay in front of this system and stay in the winds, it'll get us all the way there, and it'll get us there fairly quickly. If we fall behind or we have problems, then what we'll have to do is turn on the motor and motor, but it's better than having the hard winds coming, and if we have some problems, then we're going to hit some heavy weather, and that would not be good. So it's decreasing as we're going farther north, and I think that is the best time for us to go. Well, we got 20 knots of wind. We just left New Zealand, just outside the Bay of Islands, and we've got 20 to 25 knots of wind. If we get to 25 knots of wind, we will probably pull in our Genoa a little bit. If we get over 25 knots of wind, we're probably going to take in our main and put out our mizzen. But we need to continue to head upwind because we want to get as far east as possible, because if we have any problems, then we can turn downwind and still make Fiji. We're in an hour and a half of engine time getting out of here. Well, what's your thoughts?
Fingers crossed.
The winds were strong and the waves were big, and we didn't feel our best. We haven't got our sailor legs yet, so it was not that pleasant sail.
We're moving right along. Maybe we'll make it in 6 days to Fiji. I'll have to do my little dance.
The big light is on. Somebody has to go there to turn it off. I'll go.
Oh my God. So what was it like last night?
Shitty.
We took a couple waves over the bow last night, up to 34 knots of wind, sustained 30 for maybe an hour. Wow. It was pretty nasty, and it looks pretty ugly right now too.
But we were going fast. We were going 9, 10 knots.
Yeah, this has probably been the ugliest, worst passage we've had, and mostly because of the wind angle. I mean, we're trying to go upwind. Well, we don't have enough information about the weather the next couple days, but we actually think that maybe we're going to want to go to Minerva Reef just to get a shower, make ourselves feel a little bit better, because this is craziness out here. And especially, it all has to do with the angle that we're on. You know, we're trying to head upwind. Just in case something happens, we can always go downwind. But we're going towards Minerva Reef because we want to stay as east as possible. But if the weather looks good, we have a couple extra hours, and the timing looks good, I think that maybe we'll stop at Minerva just to take a shower, relax for 4 or 5 hours, and then move on. We'll just have to see the timing because we have to leave and arrive Minerva Reef during the day. And so if we went in at maybe noon, left at 6, that would be fine. But we'll see. It's a beautiful day. We're trying to get to Minerva Reef. It looks like everything's going well. We're doing about 6 to 7 knots. We got 20 degrees apparent.
I have bad news.
What's bad news?
In the bedroom,
Yeah?
the floor is wet. Soaking wet. Touch this t-shirt.
Where'd that come from?
At the bottom of the bedroom floor.
We got a leak. The carpet in the bedroom's all wet. We had all kinds of water in there. Cleaned it up a little bit. Now we're gonna have to find where it's leaking as soon as we get into Fiji. I gotta go find out what the hell's going on back there. We locked that back lazarette. No. Yeah, I think that's it. Well, we may have found a problem.
So who put fenders away?
Me. My fault. And that's just about the right amount of water. It would have come in on a couple big waves where we rocked. So when we get there, we're gonna have to take all the water out. I mean, everything out of the back. Get it all dried out. Dry out everything on the inside that we can. And clean up. That sucks. Just past a squall. Been kind of ugly out here. We had 25 to 30 knots. Now we just got 25 knots of wind. It's not where we want it to be. We're trying to get to Minerva, but it doesn't look like we'll make it. We'll just have to go straight to Fiji. We're reefed in, way in. Reefed, and we have a little bit of mizzen out too. Sun's just coming up. This is the third day. This has been the shittiest passage we've had. All the squalls. the beginning of it was the worst. But Jabila fell down, put a hole in the bottom of the boat. Actually, she knocked off one of the through holes to the side. Started leaking on us. We had to fix that. Now we've got a leak in our rudder seal. So we have to go back and clean that up every 4 hours or so. But yeah, this is about the worst it's gotten. How are you feeling?
Been better.
How bad has this one been?
This passage? Pretty bad.
I agree. This is the worst passage.
You look pretty beat up.
Yeah.
So what's going on the boat?
Well, we fixed the problem when you fell down and knocked a little hole in the side of the boat.
How did that happen?
Big wave came up, you fell down, pushed the stove into a valve that broke off, and we had to seal that valve off with some glue.
Not the best place for a valve, huh?
No, that was in the wrong place. So then we found out that there was water in our bedroom, and we found we had a leaky rudder seal, so we're having to bail out water. This sucks.
You're not having fun?
No, not on this passage. Look at this. And right now it's not so bad. So we've turned downwind a little bit so that we can get a little bit more comfortable ride for dinner. But with these type of waves, it is just ugly out there.
A few years
Day
in
4.
institution will do anything but
The
poor.
waves are getting bigger,
Mulberry
not
approved
smaller.
the operation. This solution to their multiple problems presented itself at a time when the Zolotchenko unit was on training. The Soviet Union would cease operations. It had been one of Goldberg's last responsibilities. 1 week later, he reached retirement age and handed the reins to his chosen successor, Frederick Clinton.
About 20 minutes ago, we found out that we have to get to Fiji before 3 p.m. in 3 days. So we have to get there in less than 3 days, because it's 3 o'clock right now. So now we're moving along very quickly. Looks like we've got sails set up just about right. That's the worst I've seen. No, I didn't expect that. But it looks like we're moving along pretty good. And we've got our Genoa out almost all the way. It's reefed just a little bit. Might have to reef a little bit more. And we've got our mizzen out all the way. But I am determined to get there on time, but not cause too many problems, or not cause any problems at all. Be there at Savu Savu Marina in 72 hours. So we have 72 hours to get there. We've got 450 nautical miles to go, which means we must maintain about, let's say, 7 knots during the day, 7.5 knots during the day, and at least 6.5 knots during the evening, because we'll reef in just a little bit at night. So let's hope we make it. Hola! We're almost to Fiji!
You wish.
We got 1 day left. Uno más de.
Here.
When we arrive to Fiji, most likely all of our fresh produce will be confiscated, which is a regular custom when you arrive to a new country. So here we are preparing all the leftover veggies for a nice big meal.
So what are you making for our last meal?
Curry.
So we had a lot of extra vegetables available, so we chopped them all up. And now you're making curry. Vegetable curry.
And I'm doing yoga too, as you can see.
Yeah, the boat's moving a lot. We're traveling about 9 knots, trying to make it to the marina by 3 p.m. because if we don't make it by 3 p.m. we have to pay overtime charges to the people that check us in. Oh, that looks delicious. Is it ready already?
I hope so. You wanna try it? Don't let it fall.
Let me try it.
How is it?
It's alright.
Is it too salty?
No, Probably taste twice as good tomorrow though. That's the way it is with stew. So we're coming into Fiji. It's about an hour fast, so we're at about 1:30 a.m. Let's look outside. Where are you?
I'm about to enter Fiji.
Have you been reading books about Fiji? Are you happy you made it?
Yes.
How was the crossing?
Difficult. Very difficult.
I'll say that, but I think it's going to be worth it. It's a hot and sweaty day. After all those cold days in New Zealand, now we have to put up with the heat, swimming, exercise, trying to get healthy. It's going to be a tough life here in Fiji.
So, would you like to tell a little bit more about the passage?
Well, the first 4 days it didn't feel very good. I didn't get sick, but you just feel kind of sluggish. Or I feel kind of sluggish. I heard other people the same. But then after 4 days, the 5th day, I was feeling pretty good until we got hit by a major squall. and it was about 4 hours long, and for a couple seconds I thought we were gonna be in a dire strait and have to turn downwind rather than going to Fiji and maybe end up in Caledonia like a friend of ours did. But we made it.
You're looking good. You look rested and
Yeah, last night was easy. It was an easy night. I'm not sure how many engine hours we burned. We burned 4 or 5 during the storm. But I don't think we burned that many, maybe 14 hours the whole trip. 7 days. 14 hours of engine time.
and then before coming here, we cleaned up, we took showers.
Made breakfast.
We're afraid that a lot of our food was going to be confiscated.
Yeah, we think, well, we still think a lot of it's going to get taken away from us, but we'll see. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's good to be here, though.
We checked in Savu Savu, small town in Vanuatu Island. It is small but very charming, and we were so happy finally to reach land. After checking in, we docked in Coprashet Marina. It's tiny, just like town, but very convenient. Everything within 5 minutes walk.
We had our big party last night on Aquarius, but we cleaned up afterwards. Been cleaning all yesterday. All I did was clean. And now the boat is clean. Oh my God.
We should go to the tourist office back in the marina and see what kind of excursions they're offering, what's there to do, what's there to see.
Bula. So are these oranges? Mandarins? How much is this? $2.
And the banana too, $2.
How much are the bananas?
$2.
$2.
So I'll have those too. Are they ready to eat?
Yes.
Yes, they are, right. So it's gonna be $10, right? Yes.
Today is a busy day in Savu Savu. This little tiny town, so quiet, is gonna be probably like 15 times of its population. So this is how our marina looks like. Hello. Right in our backyard, live music.
So wake up in the morning, step outside and take a deep breath, and I get right high, and I scream from the top of my lungs, what's going on?
What a difference a couple hours makes.
So this is Sunday, and it's about the time when the cruise ship, last passenger, should get in line and get back. And look how quiet it is. Everything is closed.
So we have a little bit of a leak in our rudder, and I was told that we need to take it off and then tighten up this plastic bolt here. So that's what we're going to try to do right now. That's a rudder moving back and forth.
Next on Sailing Aquarius, more sailing, more diving, and some fabulous shows. Join us. If you like this video, give us a like down below and click here to subscribe. That really helps us. And if you want to watch more of us, click one of those.